Guys, guess what? Aisha Achimugu, who has been in the news for quite a while now because of her association with Sanwo-Olu and because, according to reports, Sanwo-Olu actually gave her some money for keepsake. Ask me how much? $250 million, which was meant for, the election in Lagos State in the 2023 Lagos State election, the 2023 general election. And this money just happens to vanish into thin air. And the president and the Efcc are trying to trace this money. And also, according to reports, when Efcc went to this woman's house, they found jewelry worth millions upon millions of naira. Imagine jewelries, diamond, a lot of cash as well in this woman's house. But anyway, we are here this evening because finally she decided to, give herself hope. She actually landed in Nigeria very early, 5 a.m. this morning, and was apprehended by EFCC. And guess what she has decided to do? Just guess what? Anyway, just hold that thought or leave it in the comments section because we are going to be delving right into the rest of the video in a bit. But before we do that, if this is your first time here, you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Please go ahead and subscribe, support this channel, and also this is the place you need to be because this is the only channel that can give you unfiltered and very reliable news all day long on YouTube. Stay tuned to this channel by clicking on the subscribe button. Also, give this video a massive thumbs up. That way we're encouraged to keep giving you reliable and authentic news. And also, YouTube will be able to recommend this video to other YouTube viewers all around the world. Lastly, without further ado, let's delve right into the details of today's news. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission on Tuesday arrested businesswoman Aisha Achimugu at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. It was gathered that Aisha Achimugu was arrested around 5 a.m. shortly after her return from from London. Achimugu had been declared wanted in March by the EFCC over allegations of criminal conspiracy and money laundering. On Monday, the Federal High Court in Abuja, presided over by Justice I.E. Eko, had ordered her to appear before the EFCC on Tuesday and also to appear before the court on Wednesday, April 30, 2025. Our lawyer, Chief Chika Ozolu Ojukwu, confirmed the arrest, saying Aisha Achimugu, who arrived voluntarily into the country from London, was arrested by the EFCC around 5 a.m. on Tuesday morning. Ojukwu criticized the EFCC's action, describing it as a violation of a court order. In light of what transpired in court on Monday, my client returned based on the undertaking before the court to honor the EFCC's invitation, but was arrested at the airport, he said. He further disclosed that Achimugu had commenced a hunger strike to protest what she termed a breach of her fundamental rights. She is a prisoner of conscience, Ojukwu said. An authoritative source within the EFCC who pleaded anonymity because it was not authorized to speak on the issue, confirmed the arrest to our correspondent, saying, "We had earlier declared her wanted and we cannot allow her to continue to walk freely. Secondly, the court said she must appear before us today. We were not restricted from arresting her. What the court said was if she comes, she should not be detained. How are you sure she would appear before us today? Now that we have seen her, we have a cause to ensure she appears." As of the time of filing this report, EFCC spokesperson Dele Oyewale had yet to respond to calls and messages seeking comment on the development. Not that I'm exempting her behavior, for traveling out of the country and staying there despite the fact that she knows that, the court is saying that she should come back and, answer questions on how, this money, these missing funds, how it got missing. I'm not exempting her, but let me just mention that when Yaya Bello did not show up for a long time, even longer than Aisha Achimugu has been away, when he finally presented himself to EFCC, he walked by himself to the office. And before we know it, EFCC said they have arrested him. And before we know it, he walked back out of the EFCC's office. They got him and then they let him go. So why can't you let this woman go? For somebody that's voluntarily, came back to Nigeria. She could have stayed over in London if she does not want to hand over herself. But she came all the way from the UK, to voluntarily, show herself that I am here. And you guys had to go and arrest her. That is not even the issue. It's the detaining. Why are they detaining her? For somebody who could, anyway, maybe because she has been away for some time, she did not come to face the interrogation or any question they had for her before now. Maybe that's why they are detaining her. Can you say she's at flight risk? Let me know in the comment section what you told her. But before we go, my people, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. Austin Okoro says, please, can EFCC go and investigate the killings in all the states and how they are being paid for those assignments? I find out that they are strong in getting or catching human beings when money is involved. Or you mean that when money is involved, and also when the person is not an important personality? Because I just explained how Yahaya Bello walked by himself into EFCC headquarters in Abuja, and then they allowed him to slip away. How can you allow somebody who has been in hiding for several months, and you have been after him, trying to arrest him, and finally he voluntarily said, I am here, have me, and then you allowed him to walk out just like that? And here you have somebody who also did the same thing, and she's been held captive since morning. Although report also has it that she is now on hunger strike, to protest the EFCC detaining her. Moving on. Also, I am still expecting to see total money recovered and where it's being channeled. Hopefully we'll find out out soon. Abubakar Abdulatif says, IS 2 weeks bail and case closed, but too many prisons in Nigeria, men and women with 20,000 naira case or less dying. That's a sad truth, my brother. That's a sad truth, because you see people who have stolen millions upon millions of naira. At most, they just get detained for a few weeks. At most. At last, you will see them getting a plea bargain. They will just plea and say, okay, I have stolen 1 billion naira. Okay, I will only be able to refund 600 million naira. And then they take it and these people walk free. Have they sent Emefiele to prison yet? No. And this is a man that stole billions upon billions of naira that cannot even be accounted for. Imagine somebody stealing money to the extent that he had the guts, central bank governor had the guts to declare that he wants to run for presidency. You can imagine. Not only that, you see the apartments, 753 apartments that he built, estates, 700. If you want to build one single house, do you know how much you're going to spend? Not to talk of 753 apartments. That is greed. Highest level of greed. Somebody asked me in the comment section the other time, like, what level is this greed? The greed knows no bound. It knows no bound, because it can't just be explained. It can't just be explained, because at that point, you will know that he's not even gathering money for himself alone. He's gathering money that his generation cannot even finish spending. And later they will come out and start giving us motivational talks of how they suffered and they were able to they were able to save 1,000 naira per day to be able to do what they have done in their life. May God help us. Oluwa Dami Fure says, is there any fundamental rights in this country at all? If killing was going on in almost 5 states and nothing was done, but they can investigate how cow die in a farmland, God will judge you all. Thank you very much, my brother. May God judge them. It's just not balanced. Life is not balanced, especially in Nigeria. Life can be balanced in other countries, but not in Nigeria, my brother. The prince says, Razak Okoye's son that abused Naira was not arrested by local and criminal EFCC, but can intimidate other people anyhow. Just today, we heard that Imoni was arrested for abusing Naira. Razak Okoye's son, did you hear anything that came out of that? Nothing. They were not arrested. They were not invited. They were not interrogated. Nothing. But can intimidate other people anyhow. It shows we don't have laws in Nigeria. We have, but they don't follow laws. The laws we have in Nigeria are not meant to be followed. Nigerian law is for the poor, while the so-called rich flout it at will. You are right, my brother. And you know that kind country, and you want that kind of country to work. Never. All of us will continue to trample upon it until it is finally destroyed. May God help us. So you all, let's have your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Thank you very much for always listening and watching, guys. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye for now.